following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Welcome to Let's Talk About That Part 3, and we're going to talk about Macho Madison. Let's get on started and talk about the first matchup.
The first round we've got here. Your first matchup is World Heavyweight Champion Mr. Ric Flair in the number 1 seed.
Of course, he is a number 1 seed.
Number 1 seed, and Ric Flair's taking on a number 16 seed, a former U.S. champion, Mr. Eddie Guerrero.
Wow.
And they did face each other for the U.S. Championship in WCW.
Well, this ain't WCW.
This ain't WCW. This ain't where the big boys play.
This is top.
But we are big boys.
This is top rope
We ain't
reality.
playing today.
But there's no way to pick this without looking at who they are. You have Ric Flair, Ric Flair Nature. Boy, you have Eddie Guerrero.
16-time World Heavyweight Champion. You got Latino Heat.
Having a match. You picked WCW like you said. Yes, I think Eddie picked up the win on that one. Did he? Did he not?
I do believe he beat Flair for the
So if you switch it around.
Switching it around.
You have Flair here winning. It all depends on time periods. And this time period, we're picking Ric Flair to go over Eddie Guerrero. A number 1 seed. 100% of the time beats number 16 seed.
They always should do that.
So, 2s and 15s are different, but 1 and 16s, there's no change. A number 1 will always outshine the number 16, and how Flair has connections with the Four Horsemen, with J.J. Dillon, with Hunter, with anybody else. It's never good for Eddie Guerrero.
The LWO doesn't stand a chance against the Four Horsemen.
Nope.
Exactly. Your next matchup, you have a number 8 seed. Your number 8 seed is Big Daddy Cool Kevin Nash.
And he's taking on the number 9 seed, a former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, and Ron Simmons.
Yes.
Damn!
That's true. First ever African-American World Heavyweight Champion, and his number has been retired at his college, which was at Florida State. Florida State, his number was retired, and he's gone into the College Football Hall of Fame.
Yes.
But you know what? College football means nothing when it comes to this right here.
It does. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry because, Kevin Nash, his quad, his chin.
That's true. You gotta think about that.
It's going to flip on off on him.
You gotta think about that.
He won't be able to control Ron Simmons, and Ron's going to give him one of those shoulder tackles that you do use in football.
That's true.
Kevin Nash, and a kind of an upset, and 9 being 8.
I would say.
An upset. And Ron Simmons will go on to the next round, and poor Kevin Nash will head off to the emergency room.
There you go.
Check out the leg, Kevin. Check out the leg.
You always got to watch the leg, ladies and gentlemen, with Kevin Nash. And with Ron Simmons, this is pre-Farouk, so he did not use the Dominator. That would be another deciding factor in a match. But we cannot use the Dominator.
Could he get Big Nash up? Nash has much legs. I mean,
legs be flailing.
10 miles of legs.
Yeah, so he could, if he get him up on his shoulder, Nash could always get his feet right back onto the mat and get off of his
take out
back.
that quad.
When the
Nash has
gone.
trouble, and you give him a shoulder block.
Yep, it's over with. Your third match, you have a number 5 seed. You have he personifies styling and profiling really and truly more than Ric Flair.
He did.
He was the style when it came to the Four Horsemen. This man right here, he had his perfect 10 with him, and he had his manager with him at all times. This man is Tully Blanchard, a second-generation wrestler, ladies and gentlemen, and he is taking on a number 12 seed. This is the man with the lariat. This is the pre-JBL clothesline from hell. This is Stan Hansen.
And you can watch a 12 can sometimes sneak in and take out a 5. I've seen it time and time and time again.
This is true.
But I'm sorry it doesn't happen today. Tully, like Ric Flair, has too much backup to come to fall to the lariat.
Yes, I believe Stan Hansen is a loner. He doesn't have all that help. He was never.
He also has a short temper.
He does, which can mess you up.
Which can mess you up.
Very much so. That's true.
So Tully Blanchard would advance.
So far,
will advance.
He has advanced. So far we have Ric Flair advancing. You have Ron Simmons advancing. You have a number 1, a number 9 seed, and you have a number 5 seed, Mr. Tully Blanchard, advancing. So next, you have your number 4 seed, Randy. Ooh yeah, Macho Man, Macho Madness in March. Macho Man Randy Savage, who we named the tournament after, taking on a number 13 seed. Yes, Tully Blanchard's arch nemesis. This man also married Tully Blanchard's ex-wife. Weird. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Magnum T.A. Terry Allen, I believe is his name.
Yes, it is. And this would main event anywhere in the world. Randy Savage, Magnum T.A. I mean, Magnum T.A. without the car accident was supposed to be the next big thing.
He was the NWA's version of Hulk Hogan.
He was.
He was going to be the Hulk Hogan.
It would Flair and Sting have done what they did if Magnum would have not been taken out.
Maybe Flair and Magnum. Sting may have stayed in the U.S. title picture.
It's true.
Magnum T.A. may have been the catalyst to attack the NWO. You never know.
Yes, he may have been.
You never know.
He might have been the face to run that place.
That's true. You never know. But in this predicament right here, you got a number 4, number 13. I can see where a 13 might be the number 4.
It has happened.
I can see it absolutely. And Magnum T.A.
It takes 3 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
That's true. And Magnum T.A. he was a great talent, ladies and gentlemen. But, ladies and gentlemen, in this particular encounter, Randy Savage, in my opinion, he is far above and beyond better than Magnum T.A.
Yes.
So, and you can't control the madness.
You cannot control the madness.
Magnum T.A. is not going to know what to do.
You would not see Randy Savage advancing in the tournament, which he has.
Yeah.
Up next, we have a number 6 seed in Booker T, a 6-time champion now. Five time.
Hard to say that.
Yes, and he'll take on number 11 seed in Nikita Koloff, a former United States champion. And without the things happening to his wife, I believe he's great, but I think he would have been a lot greater.
So what happened?
She had cancer and he quit.
Because I know, did she pass away?
She did. Yeah, she did.
Because I know there's a TV show that he's on Lifetime, I think it is, Preacher Daughters or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think the woman that he's now divorced from was not the woman he was with when he was wrestling.
No, when he got out, so. Which I hate to see Nikita Koloff leave. He was a great talent. I liked him. He was a good face. He got the fans behind him as a good face.
He's a good heel.
And he got the people behind him wanting to hate him when he's a heel.
Yeah, absolutely. But in this particular matchup, 6-11, pretty close. Pretty doggone close
Also,
there.
Nikita was in a tag team with his uncle Ivan.
Yes,
and Booker was in a tag team with his brother.
But
they both went from tag teams to singles.
Yes, but if you look at their tag team careers, Booker T far excelled past Koloff. And if you look at their singles careers, Booker T also excelled far above Koloff because of him getting out early.
Yes.
You know, that probably had a lot to do with it. And in this particular matchup, Booker T would be able to defeat Nikita Koloff.
Closely.
Yes, I mean, it's going to be a very
It's like a
good
flip
match.
of a coin, pretty much, you could say.
Just by the hair on their chinny chin.
Up next, we have a number 3 in Hollywood Hulk Hogan, taking on number 14, Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
When you have a number 3 and a 14, it's almost like a 1 and a 16.
It is. Yeah, when they start drawing a farther apart like that, a 3 and a 14, they do have their ups and downs, but pretty much when you look at the matchup, you're going to say 90% of the time, this person's going to win. And this is no difference. I'm sorry. Jarrett had talent, but he doesn't have Hulk Hogan talent.
There you go.
And Hollywood Hogan, which would have the NWO behind him, would screw Jarrett out of the win, and Hogan would advance in the tournament, which he has here.
This is true. And your next matchup, you have a number 7 seed. You have Barry Windham, ladies and gentlemen. The Night Stalker.
Oh, please, not that Barry Windham. The Four Horsemen Barry Windham.
Yes.
United States champion Barry Windham.
Not the Blackjack Windham, no. Such horrible gimmicks. But Barry Windham, the former World Heavyweight Champion Barry Windham, I think he was a U.S. champion as well. Four Horsemen member Barry Windham taking on a number 10 seed of Goldberg. And even though the seeds are planted here of a number 7 and a number 10, because a lot of this is random stuff now,
Yes, yes.
flipping of the coins and stuff, I would have to say Barry Windham beating Goldberg, because this is what's happening right now. Barry Windham beat Goldberg. That's an upset, even
Yes.
with the numbers.
Goldberg, yes. No one is Goldberg, but 7-10, yes.
Pretty close.
That's kind of an upset,
But here's the thing.
with the numbers. Yeah, with the seeding, it's not an upset, but with the people, it is an upset.
Right, because here's the thing. If Goldberg can beat you in 5 minutes, you're done.
Yep.
But Barry Windham, he is one of those guys like Flair. He could go
Yes, he
a
goes.
60-minute match.
Yes.
So as long as we can get past the 5-minute mark, Barry Windham has the agility, he has the stamina to outlast Goldberg, and that's how he wins
And
this
plus,
match.
Goldberg is a hothead sometimes.
Yes.
And if you make him mad enough, you can catch him off guard. And Barry is smart enough to where he can confuse Goldberg and make him upset to make a mistake, which would happen here. And he catch you with a superplex and puts the claw hold on Goldberg. I'm sorry.
Don't ever
Jackhammer, and that will not work.
don't get Goldberg anywhere near a limousine window,
No.
because you will piss him
Because
off.
Barry, and plus he has a 4 horse. Barry also has a 4 horse behind him.
He does.
And Barry was conniving enough to dress as Sting to help Sid Vicious beat Sting at Halloween Havoc. I'll get out in a minute.
So basically, he dressed as Sting.
They took
and
Sting
so
to the back, and when they come back, it was Barry Windham dressed as Sting, and he went in the ring and beat Barry Windham. But of course, they felt it out.
It's kind of like Brie and Nikki, like the Twin Magic thing.
Because he cut his hair, he put the face paint on, had the same tights as Sting.
That's interesting.
It's
But yes,
and
I
you can
mean,
see it on the network
for
for
only
$9.99. Yes.
But yes, with Goldberg, as long as you can outlast, a
Yes.
short matchup, then you've got him. You've got him. You beat him. So far we have number 1, Flair. You have a number 9, Ron Simmons. You have a number 5, Tully Blanchard. You have a number 4, Randy Savage. You have a number 6, Booker T. You have a number 3 in Hollywood Hogan. You have a number 7 in Barry Windham. And our final matchup for this episode, this part number 3 on episode 96, you've got a number 2 seed of Sting, the man that is retiring. You've got the man called Sting taking on, and this will be a great matchup. I don't care about what seed number you're talking about. This right here would be a back and forth match. This would be great. The number 15 seed is just the luck of the draw, basically,
It is.
for these people.
So don't want to hit your hate mail about,
Don't hate me.
hey, you have 15, here's a number, he should be a top 4 seed, 15 seed. That's the way it fell, ladies and
That's the way
gentlemen.
it fell, because the 15 seed is Curt Hennig, not Mr. Perfect.
Nope.
Come on, WCW. We're only talking about WCW
Yes.
here.
Don't think of
Former
Mr.
US
Perfect.
champion. Yep, don't think of Mr. Perfect. This is
No,
a
no, no.
former U.S. champion, Curt Hennig, taking on a former U.S. champion Sting, former world champion Sting, former tag team champion Sting, all of
TV
the above.
champion
TV
Sting.
champion Sting, international world champion.
Sting, yeah, so.
My goodness, I mean, the list goes on, and the number 2 and 15 are pretty far apart, but in the long run, when you look at their WCW runs, when you take Curt Hennig from WCW versus Sting from WCW, Sting's going to win every time.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes. I mean, yeah, Curt Hennig had an NWO with him. Curt Hennig also, one time was part of the Four Horsemen for a very short time before he turned on him.
Yes.
He even had the West Texas Rednecks. But none of those things are going to help you against the Icon Sting, because he never needed anybody's help. He'll take you all out.
Yeah, he had his baseball bat, and he took you out. It don't matter who you were. Ask Hollywood Hulk Hogan. So.
Exactly. So now we have our first round of 8 here already set,
Yep.
and next week
We're gonna go on the other side of the bracket and take the next set of 8.
There you go. So we've done 8 this week. Next week in part 3, where we're talking about it, March Macho Madness tournament, we're going to do another set of 8.
And who is going to come out of that 8?
It's going to be very
These matches will get
Now
interesting.
we have 4
each
sets,
week.
correct?
Yes.
4 sets.
Well, these are all. No, these
No.
are 2 sets here.
These are 2 sets.
Yes, because it's the 8 and 8.
8 and 8, that's right.
Yes, yes.
So a total of 16.
That's it. You got it.
So 2 sets here, 2 sets next week, and then you combine the 2
Oh,
sets.
yeah, we
So then
start getting better, yeah.
that's where it gets a little harder.
Yes, it does.
That's where it's going to get harder.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching part 3 of March of Macho Madness. Come on back and join us next week as we continue with our first round as We'll see who's going to go on from that other side of the bracket. But up next is part 4 of the list.
That does not miss.
We're going to do predictions. We're going to predict what happens in 2020. We're going to predict future world champions. And, oh, did you bring the book?
I brought the book, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
need to get the dust off of it
Dusting
now.
off the Storytime book over here with old Justin Kyle.
Yes. Because it will be this time, the story will be endings that screwed great WWE storylines and what should have happened. Chapter 1, Mizdow.
There you go. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. Plus, let's see what... Oh, and also, yeah, we're back with the 13 biggest matches WWE should have booked in the 80s.
But did not do it.
But didn't do it. Because it's a bi-weekly thing. So
There you go.
So come on back to part 4 right here at Top Road Reality. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm just a Kyle.
We'll see you in a few snapping ass slam jams.
Exactly.
Because you quit tapping it.
Clicking it. We didn't tap it. We clicked it.
New Sean. Jeez, the way. New
New
Sean.
We got a new shit.